Hey everybody, it's Mama Radha. How you doing? My allergies are a little better today. Um, Anywho, so I was thinking about, the beginning and how do you know that, that's the man that you should say yes to, that you should settle down with, that you should fight for, that you should chase, right? And, I was trying to narrow it down. Really, it comes down to the basics. There's some kind of physical attraction. Again, let's start with when you're young, okay? As you get older, physical attraction is going to be way down on the list. So some chemistry is important. You need to be able to desire that man because you need to give him sex. That's important. But you also can't be too picky either. You need to learn how to see the good in that man, because he's not always going to look that way, just the way you may not always look the way that you look right now. Everybody goes through seasons. So a lot of couples, as they get together, they go into that comfy stage and they eat out and things like that, and they both gain a little weight and all that kind of stuff, or they hit middle age. So anyway, okay, so in the beginning, I would say that it's very important not to, first of all, that you don't drink alcohol. That if you drink, you are a very moderate, literal social drinker. Not people put I'm a social drinker on things all the time, and what they mean is they socially drinking with themselves every single night with a bottle of wine, right? So my youngest sister has always been very moderate in her life, and I always thought was a very good example. She never got trashed. Like, she just wasn't about that. She didn't like the feeling of the loss of self-control. So she might have a glass of Prosecco with dinner, and then she'd have water, and then maybe a little later she might have something else, and then she'd have some water, and like very, very, very reserved. So if you drink, that's the kind of drinker you need to be, because you need to know what's going on at all times, and you also need to be able to remember, and you need to be in control of yourself. Trust me, from someone who's made all the mistakes. I have definitely ruined our anniversary and Valentine's dinners on numerous occasions because I was always on some insane 500 calorie a day diet. And then I'd have like 3 Long Island iced teas, and it all hit me at once. And then I would be crying by the end of the night or something stupid. So, you don't want to be that type. And if you take care of yourself first, then you don't have to worry about you being a problem. Okay. Now, the man that you are attracted to, you want to make sure isn't drinking a fifth of Jim Beam every single day out the bottle. Okay. I know young people go through phases, and a lot of people like to party and things like that. But the danger is, if you get with someone like that, they may never change. They may never outgrow that partying phase. And alcohol will cause so many problems, from people sleeping with people, to saying things you didn't mean, to fights, to I don't know how many domestic calls must be because people drinking alcohol. I'm telling you right now. So that's really important. You want to make sure that if you're serious and you're looking for a serious relationship, that you're not starting out like, woo, who cares? We're just having fun, and participating in all that debauchery. Okay. You save yourself the hassle. So many marriages I know have been ruined because of alcohol. That's it. And they wouldn't give it up. They could have saved their families, been raising their children together, if they were just willing to stop drinking, because they can't just have one. They can't control themselves or predict what day they're going to go off the handle and drink too much, So you want to avoid drinking in excess because you're happy and you're celebrating, or because you're sad and you're depressed. Either way, or mad. Any type of emotion that you're using alcohol to like unleash or wallow in or whatever is just not going to be good. So That's really, really important. Obviously, drugs, that's an issue. Hard drugs are never, never a good thing. Smoking weed is a little bit more, it's kind of hard out there today. But any kind of a substance that you have reliance on is going to be an issue at some point. It costs money. You want to be able to maintain and control yourself without the use of anything. And I know that everybody in the world is like fighting anxiety and depression and all these things. But you know what? It's not going anywhere. That stuff's not going to change. So what I decided was I was just going to deal with whatever it is head on. I'm going to face it head on. And you know what? Thank you, God. It's not going to kill me. All right. It's actually going to make you stronger. So, that's what I would recommend, is try to stick with kind of the straight and narrow. Oh, my daddy's calling. I'll be right back.